the point that I'm wanting you to get here is focus on what you're wanting to create and what are the emotions? What are the higher level vibrations that they put you in? When you focus on that, that's the state that you choose to be in. And you guys have heard me talk, I talked about this last year, where I talked about you don't want it. If you want it, you bring in everything. You bring the good and the bad in. You perceive yourself to already be there. And it's like you get the express elevator to that desired result. So you're resonating in the frequency of that which you desire. And then it's like you're up at all of a sudden you're in the penthouse looking down on the ways and the opportunities to achieve it. So when you are in like health and vitality, and in that case where that lady sees herself playing with her grandkids and just in the joy, and she's in the feeling tone of the joy and the laughter and the nyambo, here she is in the penthouse looking down on the opportunities and the steps that she needs to take to be mastering this experience. And it's the same thing in all areas. So that's health and vitality. If you want to bring it over into your finances, you do the same thing. You set yourself the target. I choose the end result. You know, one for me is earning 50K a week, a month. And that's my goal. That's just what I do. I choose the end result of earning 50K a month. And that's where I sit. I sit in that vibration of what it looks like. Now, what I do is I keep bringing myself up to perceiving myself there, looking down at what needs to happen to bring that into fruition. As I sit there in that vibration, looking down, I see all the things that need to be put in place, or which are the pathways that work the best. And what I'm doing at the moment, as I'm doing this, just so you guys can understand that in a practical sense, as I'm doing this, I am looking at which are from above, I'm seeing which are the ones that aren't working very well or need tweaking. And so because I look that I already have it, I'm looking down on it, I can see what opportunities are there and which opportunities are not worth pursuing. And I find I don't go down so many rabbit holes. And the thing is, as I'm moving towards this result, the opportunities and the experiences just happen. And when they turn up, you're not surprised. Of course it turns up. Of course you wake up in the morning and you've got 4 or 5 emails there. It's just what happens. And so it's not an arrogance. It's just, well, you are in alignment with that vibration. So of course that's what would happen if you were at that vibration. And then you just keep doing the practice. You be present with what you're doing in the moment, working your way through everything, yet you are holding the vibration of your creation or what you're choosing to create. And what you're doing is you are at the whole time, and the key point in all of this is you are always the same internally. You are always joyful. If you think that when you get there, you're going to be a certain way, yes, you'll do things certain differently and that, but the joyfulness or the happiness or the divine peacefulness inside of you will not change. And you must know yourself as this peacefulness in the moment. And then when you arrive at where you set your target to, then it's just what it is. There is no difference. And when you look back, and if you ever read the book of Neville's book, The Power of Awareness, he talks about, doing things in the certain way. And the certain way is being in the joyfulness before it even happens. The joyfulness doesn't change. And this is one of the main triggers of creating what you want. You just sit in this energy of joyfulness. Because joyfulness is love, peace, happiness, feeling good. It's the divine. It's the divine. Anything other than that, you are caught in the disease of perception. That makes it, like I'm a pretty simple bloke. And I was like, I keep telling my wife, hun, I'm simple. Don't try and do anything fancy for me because I'm just simple. I just like love and I don't like not love. So we're either, it's either that one or that one. And the more that we sit in that place, the more I sit in the faith of the divine and the essence of the joy, the easier life becomes. So why would you go and do anything else? Yes, you take the action steps to create what you want, but you don't lose the center of being joyous at all times. So whether you have your number of, I choose the end result of 50K or 100 or $1 million for the year or this amount of money for the year, the number doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But the joyfulness of the space that you're residing in, you feel lighter. And if you listen to anybody that has a healing and anyone that heals themselves of anything, they feel lighter. There's a clue there. It's about being light, knowing yourself as that light. And that light is the joyousness inside yourself. Now, when I talk about joyousness or loving, it doesn't mean I'm going out there going, real happy, happier than feeling like an egg. It's just this feeling of knowingness and strength inside of yourself. And you're just happy. For no apparent reason, you're just happy. And you don't have to be expressing all sorts of joyous stuff outside to be happy. You can look quite stern and be joyous inside. And it's about being okay and really being connected to that. But if you're finding that you're being stern all the time and you're a bit of a grumpy bum outside, then you have to look at, hold on, there's a bit of something going on here that I need to, there's a bit of a conflict here that you may be working through. And you may be working over an obstacle, and that's okay. But the thing is that you hold that joyousness inside. The bigger that illumination can be, is the easier things come to you. The more that you may sit in the perceiving that you already have this, the faster it comes to you, because we start working in time-space, where there is no gap, when we're sitting present. When we're in the present, there is no time, there is only now. And so everything in space can come so much quicker. There is no separation, it's all connected. And yet time, space, in this 3D linear world, it takes me so long to get from here to there. Yet in the internal world, that barrier gets removed and it's all here now. And so it's about allowing yourself with your awareness to step into the feeling tone of that experience.